All right, one more quick video, how to make a sphere and how to start to add stuff to it. All right, so to make a sphere, you start with a line. So it's a revolve, and you make this line the diameter that you want the sphere. So let's say 2.5. All right, and then you make an arc from one side of the line. Oh, I guess that's a circle. Make a 3-point arc from one side of the sphere to the other side of the sphere. Now, it doesn't. You do the same thing if you want to make it. This should be 1.25, right? Half of the diameter you drew here. You could do a spline here if you wanted. I will recommend if you do make a spline to make like a curved shape, don't put too many points in the spline, otherwise you'll have a lot of troubles later on. Make it like 3 or 4 points max. Anyhow, finish sketch, and then you revolve that. All right, profile, you gotta select the axis. There's the axis, bam. Now, you might make this hollow, right? You might cut words into it, or it might just be a certain thickness and then be hollow and then cut words into it. Or you might just leave it solid and then when we 3D print it, we'll just turn the infill way down. So that's up to you, what your design ideas. But now the question is, okay, how do we put anything on this, right? Because I hit start 2D sketch and it won't select it. Well, you can't start a sketch on the curved surface. So what you do is we have to make a work plane tangent to the surface somewhere and then start a sketch on that work plane. So to do that, you go up here to plane, and it's going to be tangent to surface and parallel to plane. Tangent to surface, parallel to plane. This is a really useful thing. Anytime you have a curved surface, you can click that surface, and then you have to select a work plane for it to be parallel to. So, let me go back to my home view here. I want it to be parallel to that plane, and it ends up being on the face. Now put it in the back for some reason. That's pretty darn annoying, right? Why did it do that? I don't know. Must have had to do with where I first clicked on it. So let me go back to my home view here. Plane. I bet that was it. Where I first clicked on the surface, it tried to kind of put it on that side. So I want to tangent to surface, parallel to this plane. Nope, still put it back there. Front view? Okay. I'll try the front view. So front view, like here? Yeah. All right, plane. There's a way to deal with it if it's blue. If it's, if I get something weird again, I want parallel to that plane. That plane. Where'd it go? Didn't even work at all. Mine's glitchy here. Something's going on. I don't know. No, I'm in the right plane. It's just not. It's not going. The computer's glitching out. Tangent to surface, parallel to plane. Tangent to this surface, parallel to this plane. There it is. There we go. Steve to the rescue. All right. So now you can start a sketch on that plane. All right, and you can make some designs. You can try embossing. If it doesn't emboss, you're gonna have to just extrude it in, or extrude it symmetric. So let's say, what kind of design are you trying to do there?
I like it sort of like the Tobin thing.
Oh, right. Oh, right. So you want to make like the little bulb off of it, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you probably would start that right in the middle. All right, a little circle. Make it bigger than you think. All right, so you got that little circle, right? Then you'll extrude that, but you want to make sure you do it symmetric. This middle option here, so it goes into the bulb. Because otherwise, what happens is if you just go outwards, you can't see it very easily. But if you zoom in here, you'll see there's like a weird. It's only touching the sphere like tangent. There's a weird gap. See, it's barely making any contact. It'll all just fall right off. Yeah. All right, so you got to make sure you make it symmetric. That third option over, so it actually extends into the sphere. All right, and clearly that's too long, so try 0.25. That'll probably be fine. Then it's got like that little flat thing at the end, right? Is that right? All right, so what I would probably do for that is start another sketch on this surface. All right, and make it a little bit bigger of a circle. This is going to be a heck of a thing to try to print, but we'll see. Oops, not 0.25. Let's say 0.35. All right. Now I'm going to extrude that up a little bit, maybe like 0.1, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be farther out. I don't know.
Probably extended stem.
Yeah, I probably should have extended the stem a little bit. Then I'd probably fillet the edges, not that big. Probably fillet those edges to give you that curve shape you're looking for. That kind of like, that's basically kind of what you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then the trick here is, let's see. Then you're going to pattern this, right?
Yeah. So it goes around.
Yeah. I think you're going to have to add some lines to do that. I don't think it'll circular pattern just around a sphere, but I'll try it. So features, that, rotational axis. Yeah, it won't find the sphere. So what we got to do is I got to make a line in there. So, oh man, this is next level stuff. You ready?
Yeah.
You got this basic thing done or no?
We're doing that.
All right, well, I'll just continue in the video, then you can go back. All right, so I'm going to make this work plane not visible anymore. So we're looking at this part. So the idea is I want to circular pattern this thing around this shape and maybe around up here, right? And then I can do more circular patterns. But in order to circular pattern, you got to have a line to do that. You got to have some reference. In a sphere, because it's circular everywhere, you can't do it. So what I need to do is, let's see, was I smart in the way I made this? No. All right. So I got to make a plane offset from plane. I should have centered this circle around the origin of the coordinate system, but oh well. Make a plane offset from this plane, and I'm going to make it go halfway up the sphere so it cuts right through the middle. So that'll be 1.25. All right, so that cuts right through the middle of everything. All right, now it'd be really cool. Ooh, that extrusion is going to be in the way. I wonder if I can still do it, though. I wonder if it'll... I could probably do it this way. Start a sketch on this work plane. All right, I'm going to project geometry. Project the geometry of the sphere. All right, I think it did it. There we go. I got the edge of it, and it did it. So now there's a circle. I put this work plane in there, started a sketch on it, projected geometry of this sphere into that work plane. Now I should be able to circular pattern this object. And you got to make sure you select it all. Even over here, you can click actually in your browser to select the stuff you want to pattern.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you get both extrusions and the fillet. Then the rotational axis will be that circle. Oh, I won't find it. Man, why won't it find it? All right, I'm about to get radical here. I need to try extruding that line, right, as a surface. It won't. I don't know why it won't find that circle. Maybe actually, hold on. Before I try doing that, oh, that sketch has got an error. That's why. Let me try drawing a circle in this sketch that snaps to that. That's an actual line. Okay, finish sketch. Okay, no error. I bet it'll go now. Let's make sure we get everything. Axis, nope, still not finding that circular axis. That's unfortunate. Maybe I can just do it around the z-axis, the y-axis. Yes, yes, there it is. Okay, good. I didn't need to do everything with that work plane.
What did you put?
I clicked just the axis I wanted to go around. I didn't realize
Oh.
it was centered around that axis, so that's good. That was good. So now I can do that, and I can add, I don't know, 12. That looks pretty good. And then there, oh, what is this? Errors. I'm going to hit accept anyways. Something about that sketch, that error in that sketch. I shouldn't have even made that sketch. You don't need that sketch. I deleted it. It's gone. Now I want to circular pattern it around the other way too. Now, unfortunately, this one, I don't have, that's not, that axis doesn't run down the center. Right? That axis, see, that's down there. I should have centered this first revolution right on the origin. That would have made our life a lot easier. Um, but anyhow, now I can try patterning this one up around this way. Or, well, let's see. How am I going to do this? Let me start a sketch on this work plane. I'm going to make a line right down the middle of this whole thing. No, not that work plane. Yeah, that'll work. Make a line right down the center of this thing. All right, finish sketch. And now I'm going to try circular patterning. Will let me select just one of these? No, it won't. Oh, that's annoying. I have to do it with this one. All right, so I'm going to draw another line on that work plane. All right, just give myself something to circular pattern. You can't circular pattern a feature that was already circular patterned. You have to get just a, I have to get back to this original one. Now this one, let's see, rotational axis. If I say this, it's not finding that axis. Dang, won't let me do that axis. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back in my original sketch. I'm going to dimension this edge to be, I'm going to delete this dimension real quick. Delete this dimension, and I'll move it this point to that point. All right. No, that's not what I want. Okay. So now, I'm try moving this. All right. Finish sketch. Should just shift this whole thing down. All right. Let me delete this sketch again. All right. So I should have done this in the beginning. I should have just made my part along the axis. So now I moved it down. So my original sketch I moved down so it's centered on the coordinate system. And now I'm going to circular pattern this feature, and I'll be able to get the rotational axis I want. Should be this one. There we go. And we'll do 12 again. Now, it's fine. I mean, there's actually two instances there. Now, here's the trick though. How do we fill in the middle here? Like, basically, I'd like to be able to circular pattern that around right here, you know? So, what I'm probably going to do here is, let's see, it won't let me, yeah, you can't get, what would happen if I selected all those, I wonder? No, because then that would be weird. I want to get some more in here, so I'll have to figure that out. I think I would have to, oh, let's see. probably gonna have to make another work plane in here to be able to do that. All right, I'm gonna make a second part to this video after I figure out how to get more in there. Okay, Steve?